Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to do another comparison video to layouts that are similar to one another. These aren't exact, but they look again similar. They kind of function the same with a few very big notable differences, but we're going to jump right into this. So today I am showing the Infinite Lotus a week on one page and the cloth and paper admin inserts. The admin inserts this year do have the graph paper that's next to it, but we're just going to only focus on the main part. You can, if you want something similar, you can always get graph paper and put it next to the insert for Infinite Lotus, but we're focusing strictly on the layout. So for Infinite Lotus, we have this week posted at the top of the page, and then it's next week instead of this week at the cloth and paper. And I will say again, I said this before, so I will touch on it really quick now. Cloth and paper's paper is a brighter white color, and it is a little bit more toothier than the Infinite Lotus paper. I have the sub box from this year, so I do know that the paper is still the same for both of these. So it's more toothier for cloth and paper. Oh, excuse me, my dryer. You do still have some toothiness in here. It's just not as toothy as this one, and it's not as slick as some other paper. So again, we'll go back to that, and then you have a spot here for your priorities. You can put your priorities with your task down here, because this has a to-do list and this has a task list. This is bigger, so you have more space to write in the top weekly section for your Monday through Sunday. And you have a bigger section, so this is a little smaller, it's bigger. This have a graph on this side, so you could put like quick appointments or something there, and then you could put like your things that you need to do here. So you do have like a small margin on this side with a bigger section here. Okay, so here you have a graph section here, and then there's no graph here, so you can just kind of like use this how you want to. This is kind of separated with the margin here and a margin on this side as well. There is nothing like that, so you have more opportunity to kind of pick and choose. And I think because with the smaller writing space, if you had the graph there, it may make this one look a little bit more crowded, because this one isn't as move this over a little bit, because this one has bigger spaces. It don't look as crowded. Here you have a spot for your top three. So you have your priorities, so you do your top three for the week. It has a section for notes, and then it has a long task list. So that way, because the spaces are small, it's good that you have such a long task list, because you can list again the things that you need to list in here, and like your appointments and anything that's like pertinent. And then here you can list your stuff, and then that way you can see what you need to do, and then decide what day you want to do those things and just check it off. And whatever your top things are, you can see it right here without having to go and do anything extra. And you can put notes for here. In this one, we have the graph section, and then we have this, like I said, but then you do have a task list here, and it has checks here. This has check boxes. These have the circles where you can check it off. It doesn't have as many lines as this one, but that's because this section is bigger. And this one, the difference is it does have habits. So you have a space that you can focus on things that you need to do every day. So even though it's not a lot of space to write in for the week, it's more than here, but it's not enough space here, you can use this to focus on things that you do on a more consistent basis. So this would go down to what is more valuable to you. Do you have a separate habit tracker? So Infinite Lotus does have a routine set that have different habits you can track. So if you have that, the habit tracker really wouldn't be important to you. If you don't want to have a separate habit tracker and you want to look at everything all in one place, then you could go here and write down what your habits are. And I just think that will really kind of go more to what functions. So if you are more of a lister and you do work more off a to-do list, this will be perfect. I am really big on to-do lists, so this is a good option. But I also do like to track certain habits, so this is a good option. I actually use this for my fitness at this moment, so I keep track of my walking, my working out, and I use it for mental and emotional health stuff too. So I list it all here and just kind of keep track of what I'm doing, like my water, my sleep, like when did I wash my hair, and like things like that, like when I got my eyebrows done and my manicures and pedicures and the like. So you can use, like I use that for this. So it's not anything like I normally would track, that's just like, you know, other things, but that's how I use it, because again, I use it for fitness. This I actually used as my work section when I had it in here, because I just had like a bunch of things I needed to do throughout the time at work, and then here I can enter like meetings and stuff like that here, and then like if I need to make a quick note of something. So this was perfect for me for work, and this is perfect for me for my fitness. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing for 2026, but doing these videos makes me think of like different layouts I use and how that I use them and how they compare to one another between brands, because I do like the bright white cloth and papers paper. I like that these is bigger and it's a habit here, but I also love the to-do list, and I like that the focus is strictly on this week, but I like this next week because you have a, like if something come up, you can write down like things that you may need to look into for next week. So that's good to have that there. They are both amazing inserts, but for very different reasons, but they are very similar, so I wanted to kind of compare them. All right, you guys, thank you for coming and watching this video, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Peace.